guys, another day in paradise. Away from the war zone of Rio de Janeiro, which is just on there. It looks like you stretched out forever, but it's a bit foggy. But usually they have the mainland city of Rio de Janeiro. Oh, it's that way. Yeah, it's that way. Ipanema, Gravana is that way. Yeah, this might be my last day here, so I need to get back to the war zone, back to training, because I've got really lazy here the past few days. But I've had enough sleep. Like in mainland Rio, you don't sleep that much because everyone's. Unless you stay in really nice hotels, which I don't waste money on. By usually like 2 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning, you hear people shouting and screaming or something. People hooked up in drugs or prostitutes or something, having fights with some guy who doesn't give them money. Yeah, they run down hotels. So yeah, but here I've slept so much. Like I slept like 2 days straight because I think I just caught up on sleep, but not sleeping really. Yeah, I've had my rest now. It's time to go watch the mainland city. I can tell you now. I'll finish my training. I'll tell you about how I got robbed last week in Sao Paulo. Probably the worst time I got robbed. So yeah, just finished my daily training and then swim in the sea. Go back to the war zone of Rio de Janeiro. Continue training and everything. Yeah, it's Saturday now, so usually this place is packed, but it's election day or something today, so everyone's voting for who's going to stay. Yeah, just so chill here compared to. I'm not used to it. Compared to mainland Rio, this is just really chill, really relaxing. It's unbelievable how opposite it is compared to how. Although there's an island, you might ever see the island over there. Those are the islands you see from Ipanema, I think, as well. So yeah, I just finished my daily training. I feel awake now. I always do just to feel awake. But yeah, this is heaven and earth. But you know, like, there's good and bad everywhere. This is heaven and earth. But you know, the bad part is that it just kind of makes you really comfortable. You know, comfort is a good. You know, too much of one thing is a is a bad thing. So you know. I've had my rest, I've had my tomato soup that I've been missing, and now it's time to back to the war zone and training of Rio de Janeiro, hopefully tomorrow or the day after. Yeah, this is a good place to retire, really good place, really peaceful. But yeah, I've just slept for like 2 days because I didn't realise I didn't sleep at all in Rio de Janeiro because it's just like a war zone, like 2 o'clock in the morning they wake you up because you have shouting and robberies and stuff like that everywhere, like midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning. People shouting, screaming. I'm going to do that trail tomorrow. I just came across to Brazilian, said there's a trail just down there, so I'm going to walk that trail tomorrow. I'll probably do a video. It might be something good to see, because this is like, it's quite charter, it's like a miniature Rio de Janeiro, you know. All the nice parts of Rio, all the chill, upper class, peaceful parts of Rio de Janeiro. But I need adventure, I need adrenaline now. Now I've had my rest, now I've had my 2-day rest. So yeah, time to get back to the war zone of Rio. Where the adventures are and more things. Anyways, yeah, last week on my way to Balneario Camarillo, Santa Catarina, I got robbed. This nice lady here, she just took a picture of me. They're really friendly here, like if you approach anyone here, they'll just be really chill, really smiley. Not like in mainland Rio, when you approach anyone, you get dirty looks, so people who want to kill you, have this look like they just want to kill you, or they want to stare at you. You do, I mean, people who work, you know, these stores here, you do get a few like that because they probably work, you know, in the city, they probably live in the city, come here to work. The waves here are really dangerous as well. Rio de Janeiro always has dangerous waves. Like Santa Catarina is nice because the waves are really chill. But here, if you ever come to Rio de Janeiro, don't bring your kids into the sea because it just sweeps them away. It doesn't look strong, but it is really strong, the waves. But yeah, this is the surfing place where people come, and they have the Jautinga, the other kind of beaches, and then a 2-hour drive to Niterói, and then a ferry across. Not a 2-hour drive, about half an hour drive to Niterói. It's about a 2-hour drive altogether. About a 1 hour and a half drive back to the city. But yeah, it's like all the outskirts of any kind of cities are the best because they're really peaceful places are. Not many tourists or not many people go to rob them. But anyways, I'm sick of waffling. I say the same thing every time, but Yeah, last week I got robbed in Sao Paulo. I haven't been robbed in like maybe a year and a half now, but I think it's because it's quite charter. The first time I got robbed was when I was the couch surfing in Niterói. I stayed over in Niterói. Niterói is near here, so it's really peaceful, where the upper class kind of chill kind of people come. As soon as you cross the ferry from mainland city of Rio de Janeiro and you cross the ferry overwards, you just feel really a total different atmosphere. People are intelligent and really peaceful here. I think like 2014 or something, I was talking to a Brazilian girl online on Facebook, and she was from Niterói, and she was really beautiful, intelligent, and everything. Usually carioca in the mainland city, they're pretty ignorant and fascist and racist, and they hate foreigners. But like, look at this. This is really paradise. People just do offline. Yeah, let's go see what as I'm saying anyway. But yeah. Probably the worst robbery experience ever last time. The first time I got robbed with a machete as I came back from Niterói, and I was really happy with myself because I just come back from Niterói, so I was really at peace with myself, and it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I was really stupid, and I grabbed some popcorn, and I was thinking, oh, Niterói makes you feel really peaceful, really happy, and really comfortable. But the bad thing about comfort is. The people who want to rob you, they can smell it on you. They can smell the comfort and how happy you are. And the homeless guys, the robbers, or the people in drugs, they see you and think, look at this foreign guy. He's really happy. He's really having a great time. So he kind of came off in the bushes and robbed me. I was stupid to walk like at 4 o'clock in the morning there. But it's my first. That's my first 2 weeks or something in Rio de Janeiro. But yeah, after that I got used to the city centre. I toughened up, I was going to the gym every day. I had this feeling and look about me like I've been living there, so I know the dangers. I know I looked paranoid, I looked aware, it's like when you see fighters. Fighters are like, they're ready to fight always, they're ready to, well not always, because they're probably sick of being like that. But like you see these the guys who just look tough and they're ready to act now because they're so on edge, because they know the dangerous environment. I kind of looked like that after a while. But Niterói made me feel really peace, which is good. There's a good and bad everywhere. It makes you feel really peaceful. Like you get your sleep, you get your food, and you feel really peace. But at the same time, it makes you not weak, but it does make you weak if you stay here for too long. If you're not aware, if you're not aware of your body and the effect it's having on you. But yeah, it makes you look really happy and makes you look like a target. So when you go back to the main city, people see you and see this guy who's really happy and smiley and comfortable. They look at this guy, I'm going to rob him. That's no place is paradise. They're good and bad everywhere. So yeah, and the first time I got robbed was just after coming back from Niterói, and the last time I just got robbed was just after coming back from Niterói. I got the coach from Rio de Janeiro. I got the ferry across back to mainland Rio, and I thought, actually, I wanted to get this weed out my second-hand smoke out my system after people were smoking in the hotel, and I just felt really lethargic and tired. Not tired, but just lazy. And I can't feel like that with training, so I thought I'll spend a week about travelling to Balneario Camboriú. So I got a ferry straight to Sao Paulo. Downtown Sao Paulo is just hell on earth. The nicest people ever that I met around Brazil are probably from Fortaleza or Sao Paulo. From the north or Sao Paulo. Paulistas are so nice. I think it's because they're aware of the dangers. They're aware of how horrible downtown is, so they like foreigners. They don't like because a lot of the black Negro types downtown are always robbing them, and they're probably sick of it. So they have a lot of Europeans there as well. People from all around Brazil, and they kind of realise that Europeans are actually cool, But yeah, they realise that there's good and bad everywhere. But yeah, I got robbed in this. Thing is though, I spent night in the worst hotel ever in Sao Paulo. I usually pass through. We spend a night in Sao Paulo, and I went to the cafe the next day, checking the buses to Santa Catarina, and I was on my phone, on this phone now I'm holding now, and I never try and look rich. I always try and look poor, But even this time I had my shirt tied around me, and yeah, two guys, you didn't see them coming from far away. They probably saw me from far away and they probably planned to rob me. They just came around the corner of the cafe. I was like near the entrance. The cafe was open, the doors were always open, and two guys just came in and went, oh, telephone, you know, is this to give him a telephone? And I wasn't having it. I wasn't going to give him this time. I was really stupid. Well, not stupid. I needed this telephone, because if I don't have this telephone, if I get robbed this time, then I'm screwed. I don't have any backup, so I needed to, you know, but they could have knifed me or anything. But these two guys, they just came up into the cafe and just started cried around me and said, telephone. As soon as I knew what they were doing straight away, so I immediately reacted. I put my phone in my bag. I said, no, so ropa, as they say, I've only got clothes on me, you know, because I had bags on me that looked like, you know, I could get away with looking poor. So I said, no, I've only got clothes on me, you know, I try to look poor. And they started crowding around me, cornering me against the, there's hardly anyone else in the cafe, but the cafe owner and the guy behind the counter just did nothing. And they just, as soon as I crowded around me, I was like, Shama police here, which means call the police. And the guy behind the cafe, even though he's friendly and he liked me, they just didn't do anything. They do nothing here in Sao Paulo. Even in military police, they would just do nothing. I think in Rio de Janeiro they would do something, because they have military police everywhere, so they have guys with guns, but downtown Sao Paulo they just did nothing. And I immediately knew what was going to happen, and I kept saying, call the police. I tried to climb over the counter, but they wouldn't let me, and I was really stupid. Like, if you're a victim here, you know, in Sao Paulo, they just don't do anything. Even if you get knifed, he could have easily pulled out a knife on me, and the guy behind the counter wouldn't have done anything. I could have got knifed or stabbed. And I was so stupid, because I've seen so many videos about Colombia and Venezuela about innocent guys just getting knifed right in the, like, you don't even see it coming. They just, you know, next thing you know, blood's spurting from your neck, you don't feel anything. The next thing you know, blood's coming from your necks, and you collapse and you're dead. That's what I saw this video, this guy who just got, I mean, someone could throw a punch at you and you think it's a punch, but next thing you know, you got blood coming from your neck. They don't throw punches here, they just throw knives and guns. They don't fight. They're all cowards there, so. And I was realising this could happen to me, so, but I really needed money, I really needed my phone. So I could have killed, he could have easily whipped out a knife at me like I saw in those videos, but I tried to come off as a friend, you know, as a friend. I said, no, amigo, no thing, nada, so ropa. And I gave him 20 rails anyway, as if to go away, as if to be in his side. So I gave him 20 rails on my pocket, and he saw some more money in my pocket as I tried to get out some more money. And anyways, next thing I know, I gave him the 20 rails, and as soon as I gave him the 20 rails, I started grabbing my bag, I started to run off. I ran off next door to the hotel. There's a hotel next door, and I thought, oh, if I go to the hotel, there'll be someone behind the counter who can ring the police and who will protect me. Oh, so cute. Muito fofo. They're so cute, little Brazilian toddlers. I can't get over how cute they are. But yeah, just one little Brazilian toddler I can go bike riding with, and just like that. Yeah, but yeah, just so cute here. I want, like, in Peru they have the bags where they put the babies in their bags and put them on the back like Banjo-Kazooie. And it's really cute. I really want to get a Brazilian daughter. I really want to have a Brazilian daughter one day, and just put her in my bag and just go hiking around Brazil, hiking around the world with her, and just feed her popcorn, you know. But yeah, that's the trail to Elefante. Anyway, story continued. I'll stop getting distracted. But yeah, anyway, so I ran next door into the hotel. Downtown Sao Paulo is hell on earth. It's like Mad Max. I think it's worse than Rio de Janeiro, almost. Because in Rio de Janeiro, if you kind of get robbed, there's like military police everywhere downtown. But this is the trail leading up to the. There's a trail up here leading up to the mountain, so I might do that tomorrow. Just finished my training there. But yeah, I ran into the hotel, and I was expecting the guy behind the counter, to do something to ring the police and to shout him out, as these two, they're always skinny, like skinny, coked up, drugged up, you know, 18-year-old, 20-year-old, you know. And so yeah, they followed me into the hotel. I just ran behind the counter, and I asked, and the guys who worked there, they kind of got in between me and the guy who was trying to rob me or knife me. The little skinny, coked up, drugged up guy. It was two of them. Anyways, yeah, I saw this house 2 years ago. It's like 1970s Miami Vice. But yeah, and so I thought they were going to do something. There's like 3 guys there, and I was like, call the police, shout police here, but obviously they didn't do anything. And the guy was shouting something like, Dinero, I have money. And I think he was telling the guy who worked there that I stole from him or something. Because all of a sudden I became the fucking bad guy. I became the guy that was intruding, you know. Which was weird. And yeah, I started to get scared then, because then I realised these guys weren't going to do anything. These guys, they could easily run the police. They could either, you know, back them off, you know, but they probably thought this guy's might have a knife in him. They could get knifed as well, because they know people like these. If they rob you, they're not going to rob you if they're not carrying a knife or they're not carrying a gun. So you got to just play it cool and be their friend, you know, and just try and get out of there as soon as possible. Because they can easily knife you. They're not going to rob you. They're not going to approach you if they don't have a weapon on them. So yeah, and I think he was telling them that I robbed from them, because all of a sudden he's like, the guy started turning on me as if I was the bad guy. The guys that worked there, it was like saying, "Oh, give him the rest of the money. Give him the." He said he had 50 reals from me. I said, "No, I don't. You didn't see 50 reals." So, but I give him the rest of the money altogether. I gave him about 50 reals just to go away. But as soon as he grabbed the money off me, he was hovering around me as if he wanted to steal my phone. He's like, telephone. I was like, no, it's quebrado, which means broken. My phone's broken. Because I couldn't afford to get robbed, you know. Again. So yeah, and then they were waiting outside. The 2 guys, 2 drugged up, coked up, skinny little guys were just on the pavement. I saw them waiting outside. And I was so I thought, oh, I'll wait here for the police or something. I'll wait, but no, the guys that work there, they just did nothing. They don't care. If you're a foreigner, they hate foreigners here, so they just don't care. And none of them spoke English, so the guy was like, okay, get out of the hotel. And I was like, fucking hell, I can't get out. The 2 guys are waiting outside the hotel. So I got kicked out of the hotel, even though I was being robbed. They didn't ring the police, they didn't do anything, and I ran with heavy bags around my shoulders. I couldn't run fast, but because I'm much fitter than these guys, I was able to outrun them, even with like these huge heavy bags on me, because I was travelling this like rucksack on me. And I ran all the way through this crowd, and the crowd just did nothing, because the guy, he went around the other side. He went around a shortcut and he cornered me. And as soon as I saw him, the only way I could get out of it was an escalator, but the escalator was going the wrong way. So I would have to carry huge heavy bags up this escalator. So I saw him and I turned around and tried to run up the escalator, and he started kicking me. He started kicking me like Muay Thai, kind of kicking me. But obviously he's a skinny little guy and he couldn't kick me over. He kicked me like twice or something. And I think on the second kick, my shoe went flying off. So I just ran, and everyone was around just watching. They just didn't do anything. They did nothing. At least if this happened in Rio, they might have had some guy who, you know, some military police come up to them. But yeah, I just did nothing. I started running up the escalator the wrong way, and this is an escalator, and it was going the wrong way, and I had huge bags on me, and I've never, you know. It took me, but the guy didn't follow me, because there's other guys around me, and I was telling others to call the police, shout police here, as I was going up the escalators, and no one did anything. So yeah, this is really nice. Oh, this is the route. We'll do this tomorrow. Serra de Teresina. You have I think this is the route here, and it leads to Pedra de Elefante, which means rock of elephants. You have these rocks like this over here all around Brazil, and they call them pedras. And it's a tourist place. They have military police here, so you can actually sign. So maybe it's dangerous. So they check the people go up there and come back. Like in Pedro de Gavia, they had military police protecting Pedro de Gavia to make sure everybody who entered left, so there was no deaths. But Pedro de Gavia, I'm sure it has lots of deaths. They just don't talk about it because Pedro de Gavia, I'm just surprised like people don't die there every day. You see people stupidly having their picture taken like right on the edge of this rock, and it's like a 1,000-foot drop. I don't step off the stones. Yeah, it's Pedro de Elefante because the rock is shaped like an elephant. Pedro means rock, so all around Brazil you see these things called pedras, which these people go climbing all the time. Hopefully it'll be sunny tomorrow. It's just been raining all week with the change in season. But yeah, and they just did nothing. So I was on the coach with like one shoe, and I've got no shoes right now. You know, I bought some sandals when I was in Balneario, Camboriú. Yeah, but that just really pissed me off. Just that nobody did anything. You know, I mean, it's okay if he's got a knife. I understand that people thought, yeah, he'll have a knife on him. But yeah, if I could go back, I probably would have fought him. I probably would have done something, looking back, because I could have easily overpowered him when he was by himself, when he started kicking me. The only danger was when he was with two of them, because if I overpowered one of them, if I did something to the one of them, then the other guy would have had a knife on him. And no matter what anyone says, never get in a fight with anyone with a knife, because you never see it coming. They only have to touch you. I mean, you have to overpower them and kill them or whatever, knock them out. But they only have to touch you, and your life's over. That's, you know, and it's a horrible death. You're bleeding out on the streets, and no one caring about you, and everyone, because they hate foreigners, they'll probably just laugh and just. If you die on the streets, a lot of them might scream. A lot of the girls, you know, would be like, "Oh, that's horrible," but you know, a lot of the guys say, because they hate foreigners, they think we're all born in Los Angeles and we're all rich, spoiled kids like you see on the internet. You know, all these millionaires who live in, these millionaire kids who live in mansions. It's just like online, you see like Andrew Tate and all this Tristan Tate, and they're speaking to these kids in USA, and they're like 17 years old, and they're like a millionaire from just doing nothing, from playing video games, you know. And you see how spoiled they are. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And they go on about, oh, I'm this, I'm that, and they're all talk, and they're all fucking the biggest. This is really cool. This is where the rich people come in. It's quite harder to escape from the Matrix. Once they've made it, this is where you come when you've made it. They have a world famous surfer who lives here as well. It's totally understandable. So yeah, the guys just did nothing, and as I was running up the escalator with my huge bags on, it took like about 20 seconds to run up an escalator. I mean, you try running up an escalator going the wrong way. It's easy, but try doing that with like a huge rucksack, you know, carrying your body weight. I was literally carrying my body weight in my bags, just clothes and everything. A lot of that I don't need, and a broken laptop that I need to get fixed to try and teach English online. So yeah. And but yeah, downtown places of the city are the worst places in all of Brazil. Any city you go to, except for Santa Catarina, Balneario, Camboriú. I was amazed by how chill that was. But yeah, time to snap out of it now. If I go back to Rio now, I've got to do some training before I go back to mainland Rio, because I don't want to have that. I don't want to look weak. I don't want to look like an easy target, because every time I leave Niterói, every time I come back from Niterói back to Rio de Janeiro, I get robbed. They always say, "Oh, look at this guy, he's really happy, he's having a great time," because this place makes you feel really at home, really at peace. It's kind of good and bad, because at the same time, like I slept so much and it's so cozy, But yeah, you know, you need to accomplish things. You need to be tough. There's so much to do so you can live a fulfilling life. You can't live a fulfilling life being comfortable. Anyways, that's it, guys. Like and subscribe, please, guys, and help me out, because things like that usually happens. I get robbed, and I'm usually staying in really horrible places lots of times. It's just to get by, to save money. There's so many other travels I want to do. So yeah. But yeah, if anyone's watching this, if you need any English lessons, Spanish lessons, Portuguese lessons, or anything at all, if you need any information at all about Brazil or all around South America, just let me know. I've travelled almost every main city now. The past 3 years I've been to Fortaleza. I lived in Fortaleza for 1 month. Minas Gerais, Belo Horizonte, Guianas. I passed through Guianas. I met people from Belém, so I know a bit about Belém and how people are there, how cute and adorable they are. But I've lived in Sao Paulo for 1 month. I worked and lived in Foz do Iguaçu for 1 month as a bartender. Curitiba for 1 month, and Rio de Janeiro for like 2 years. Where else? Oh yeah, Balneario Camboriú for like a week. Florianopolis for like 3 weeks, Campeche. So yeah, I've been all around Brazil. That's basically all of Brazil, I think. Where else? I went to Cascavel for like 2 days. So anything at all, if you need anything, any information about Brazil, or anything else I've mentioned, just let me know. Just leave a comment. Yeah, this beach, this Hawaiian style, it's like home and away. Australian kind of beach is where all the smart Brazilians go to. I'll have to go to Baja Salvador because everyone's telling me to go there. So it probably has the same energy there. That's why people escape to there. But yeah, the touristic places are usually the worst. They usually just leave it for the tourist place to go to. But so if you go to a country and you want to go to nice places, always ask the locals, where's the nice place? But they probably keep it a secret because they don't want it ruined. They don't want any foreigners ruining their nice places to keep it paradise. Because usually where the foreigners go, that's where all the people go to mug them. All the robbers and all the degenerates and stuff. So yeah, it's quite harder, heaven and earth. Yeah, even heaven. Even in heaven, you get bored of heaven. You need to be toughened up. You need a bit of hell. It's like the what's that saying to say about the devil? That there's use in the devil or something, or there's use. You know, heaven is useful for something, and hell is useful for something as well. It softens you up, and you need toughened up, and you need the comfort. You need a good balance. You know, depends what you're looking for in life. Time to go back to the war zone of Rio now. So yeah, check out my other videos that I've done tour of all of Itacoatiara and all of Brazil. So, later, guys.